Hello children, welcome to aimsindia's online classes. This is biology session. You are watching Forest Our Life part 4. We are in the climax of the lesson. So we have been discussing about the forest, its nature, its importance. Okay. So we know, now we came to know that the forests are very important. They add oxygen to the atmosphere and makes our life possible. Okay. So more about the forest we are going to learn today. Are you ready, children? Let us proceed. Forest of life. The wide variety of animals helps the forest to regenerate and grow. How? Yes, it's a true. It's a fact because the variety of animals they perform variety of activities. Some of the animals will help in the dispersal of seeds. Some of the animals and their droppings they add the minerals and nutrients to the soil and form the humus which help in the growth of the trees. Decomposers help in maintaining the supply of nutrients to the growing plants in the forest. Therefore, forest is a dynamic living entity full of life and vitality. So once again, the forest is a dynamic living entity full of life and vitality. So it's very important. It was about the afternoon and the children wanted to go back. So we are continuing the story. Okay, the children visited the forest and it was in afternoon and the children wanted to go back because during night time, so after the sunset, some of the animals nocturnal. Okay, nocturnal means which are active during night time. Okay, they come out. Taibu suggested another route for going back. While they were going back, it started raining. It started raining. See here. Okay, this rainwater will be slowed down, the raindrop, and finally slowly it come down and seep and form the water table. They enjoyed rain also there, the forest. However, surprisingly, they saw that the raindrops were not hitting the forest floor directly. The uppermost layer of the forest, that is canopy, means umbrella like, see here, the umbrella like formation. The uppermost layer of the forest, canopy, intercepted the flow of raindrops. The most of the water was coming down through the branches and stems of the trees. From the leaves, it was dripping slowly over branches of the shrubs and herbs. Okay, from the trees, they are falling on the shrubs and herbs, short plants. They found that the ground was still dry. Even after the raining for 10 minutes also the ground was still dry. After about half an hour, the rain stopped. Okay. So they noticed that the layer of dead leaves over the forest floor appeared wet now after half an hour. But water did not stagnate in the forest. So if you see in the towns, what are towns? Towns are called concrete jungles. Okay, the forests are the green lungs. Okay, difference. Even if it rains for 5 minutes, so you will see the abundant, plenty of water blocking the roads. But in the forest, even after it's rained for half an hour, Okay, there was no water stagnant in the forest. Boju thought that if it had rained so heavily in his town, it would have flooded the drains and roads. Okay. So what would happen if it rains heavily in your town? Okay. If it rains heavily in our town recently, floods. Okay. It will wash out your town. Professor Ahmed told them that the forest also acts as a natural observer of rainwater and allows it to seep. Okay, the total rainwater will be observed. The groundwater will increase if the trees are present in the surroundings. Okay. It helps maintain the water table throughout the year. Forests not only help in controlling the floods, but also help maintain the flow of water in the streams so that we get a steady supply of water. Okay, even the banks of rivers or ponds and lakes also, they will plant the trees because the root system of the plants will grip. Okay, if you have a concrete border also, it won't stop the flowing water. Okay, but if the grass plants are there on the banks of these ponds and lakes, it provides the strong support. Okay, they help they maintain water flow in the streams so that we get a steady supply of water. On the other hand, if the trees are not present, rain hits the ground directly and may flood the area around it. Heavy rain may also damages the soil. Roots of the trees normally bind the soil together, but in their absence, the soil is washed away, or it is called the soil erosion, eroded. Because the topsoil is the fertile soil, it is washed away by the water currents. So it may lead to the soil erosion. So that's why we should not leave any land or a place without any plants. The bare lands, they become unfit for agriculture or any plantation. Okay. The children spent an hour at Tebu's village on their way back. The weather of the village was quite pleasant. Villagers told them that due to the surrounding forest, they receive good rainfall. The air also remained cool. Noise pollution is also very less because the forest absorbs the noises of nearby highways. The children learnt about the history of the village. It surprised them that the villages and the agriculture fields of that area were created after clearing the forest about 60 years ago. Taibu's grandfather told them that when he was young, the village was not as large as it was now. Okay? Yes, it's as the human population increases, then we need to create the place. For that purpose, deforestation means clearing some of the trees of the forest. So for the purpose of agriculture, for the purpose of industries. Okay, but it should be judicially used. How much it is required, that much only. If it crosses the limit, then it will lead to the ecological imbalance. So it was also surrounded by the forest. The village was surrounded by forest. It was very peaceful and very pleasant life there. The construction of roads, buildings, industrial development, and increasing demand of wood created the pressure on the forests, and it started vanishing. Okay, 60 years ago it was a thick forest, but slowly, as the human population is increasing, the construction of the roads, buildings, industrial development, it increased the demand for the wood, and there was a great pressure on the forests, and it started vanishing. So he was not happy that the forest surrounding their village is not regenerating and is on the verge of disappearing due to overgrazing and deforestation, indiscriminate felling of trees. Ahmad said that we did things wisely. We could preserve forests and environment as well as have development. Okay, so there is a need of afforestation. Opposite to deforestation is afforestation, growing some trees. So we will celebrate Vana Mahotsav like that, some festivals. At the time, plantation programs been raised. Okay, Environment Day, like that. The children prepared a few pictures to show the consequences of such an events. To awareness is very, very important among the people. Professor Ahmed asked the children to sum up the importance of forests. So the children wrote, forest provides us with oxygen, they protect the soil and provide habitat to a large number of animals. Forests help in bringing good rainfall, neighboring trees in neighboring areas. They are the sources of medicinal timber and many other products like honey, rubber, etc. Okay, we must preserve our forests. Okay, it is very, very important. What are the advantages of the forests? They provide habitat, the first advantage. Okay, they protect the soil, they bring good rainfall, and they provide us with medicinal plants, timber, and many other useful products. Okay, there is a necessity, there is a need to preserve the forest. If the forest disappear, the amount of carbon dioxide in the air will increase. This results in the increase in Earth's temperature. What do you call that? Global warming. See, the forest, if the trees are removed, industries developed, automobile. So the major cause of air pollution are industrialization and increase of the private transport, that is automobiles. Everybody having the car, everybody maintaining the status. Due to that, what happened? Usage of the public transport is decreased. Due to that, the pollution is increased. Number 2, the absence of trees and plants, the animals will not get food and shelter. Okay, see. So due to the absence of trees, what happened? The livelihood, the habitat of the animals get disturbed. Due to that, the animals start visiting the towns and cities. Recently in the newspapers, magazines, we have come across these news, isn't it? In the absence of trees, the soil will not hold water, which will cause floods. See, even small rains also. If it rains for 1 or 2 days, the entire town, entire city submerged in the water. Okay, because of absence of these trees only. So deforestation will endanger our life and environment. It's true. Think what we can do to preserve our forests. Okay, the only way is we need to plant more trees. Okay, the deforestation, cutting down of the trees, will endanger our life and environment. It disturbs the ecological balance. Okay, it will cause flash floods. Deforestation leads to the ecological imbalance, decrease the groundwater. Okay, drought and famine conditions will be arised. It will increase the global temperature, earth temperature, that is called global warming. Okay, due to which in some areas rain, in some areas floods. Okay, so the knowledge which you have gained from this lesson, try to implement in your day-to-day life, okay, and have better future. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for receiving latest updates.